This is Bix Weir with road2ruta.com. This is a roadside chat for February 18th, 2017. Today we're going to talk about good spy versus bad spy and what's going on behind the scenes right now with the battles, the epic battle between the good guys and the bad guys that I've been talking about for so long now. 10 years, over 10 years I've been talking about this, that there are good guys that are working to take out the bad guys. It's not easy. It's not visible. It's becoming more and more visible, which is very, very exciting. But this has been going on behind the scenes, uh, at least since the founding of our nation, probably. But the things I talk about in Road to Ruta, it started really in the 60s with Alan Greenspan's inventing the computer programs to rig the markets to carry on the unbacked fiat monetary system. And it is now, by design, breaking apart. And the idea that there are good guys to take out these bad guys, 5 years ago, I was hearing everybody say, that's impossible, it can't be done. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh my God, this is happening. But there's still so many skeptics out there and so many doubters. I just want to talk a little about the things that are becoming obvious now. It should be obvious to everybody, is that the internal wars within the spy apparatus within the United States are becoming visible, and this is stuff that should never be visible. But there really was a splitting of the deep state, and the good side of the deep state, those that I call the good guys, actually are the ones who backed Trump and got him elected. Whether or not it was legit or not does not really matter, because Hillary Clinton was cheating just as much. The question is, who had the codes for the final tabulation of the votes via computer programs, and it was the good guys. This is the good guy side of the deep state that operates the U.S. government and the governments around the world. But they are still battling these bad guys, and the bad guy apparatus is still embedded within the administration. It's not the Trump people, but it's the leftover Obama and Bush and Clinton crowd that is so embedded within our government, and they are literally going to war within the deep state. And there's two factions. And the question is, everybody's saying, well, who's going to win? Obviously, the embedded deep state will win. And I agree. Yes, the embedded deep state will win. But there are two factions of the embedded deep state. One is the good guys, as I call them, that are fighting to return our country to something resembling what it was supposed to be, a government of the people, for the people, by the people. The other faction of the deep state are the bad guys. And the bad guys have had all the power for so long, for decades, and they are not ready, willing, or able to stand down. So that's why you're seeing all these leaks come out. And the leaks are very interesting because you know exactly where they came from, given who was in office previously. And I want to read you a story from the New York Times that came out about a month ago about what the Obama administration did right before he left office, before about 17 days before Trump took office. And this is from a New York Times report. It says, in the final days, the Obama administration expanded the power of the National Security Agency to share globally intercepted personal communications with the government's 16 other intelligence agencies before applying privacy protections. Before applying privacy protections. Basically, Obama and his crowd opened up the coffers of the NSA spying operations to anybody, not anybody, but the 16 organizations that had mostly bad guy, bad cop, bad spies in them who want to hang on to that control. And the idea was to give them all this dirt on the Obama administration, the inner workings of how they're going to take apart the machine that these bad guys have created, and then expose it to the public and claim that it is Trump's fault that all this problem is going on. He doesn't know what he's doing, blah, blah, blah. the questions I have, the number one question is the obvious one, is if it was so important to share this information with 16 other intelligence agencies, why didn't Obama do it at all ever during his 8 years in office? Why did he wait 17 days or so before he left office to implement something that would clearly disrupt the Trump administration? Trump should be shutting this down immediately. I believe he is. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, is this good spy versus bad spy. It reminds me of Spy versus Spy in the Mad magazine. You know, the white spy and the black spy who are always fighting and always at each other's throats, but they work for the same agency. This is exactly what's going on in our U.S. government. Although this is not a comic book, it's not a TV docudrama. This is reality playing out right in front of our eyes. The media is knee deep in it. Knee deep in it. They know that if these secrets come out about what the bad guys were doing, what Obama and what the Clintons and what the Bushes were doing, that they would all be hanging from lampposts by the next morning. Along with that is the media, is the news media, along with all these conditioned movies that try to warp our minds and our thoughts to make us think about their agenda. It is prevalent throughout all of media, both in the news media and in Hollywood. So all this is breaking down, and they know that if this information gets out there, they are screwed like you would not believe. So yes, they're going to do everything they can. They're going to fight tooth and nail to get Trump out of there, because they know he's going to start exposing the true secrets about what goes on behind the scenes. Luckily, and I say this actually it's skillfully after a lot of work, but luckily the good guys are now in power. Rex Tillerson just got put into office as Secretary of State, is absolutely cleaning house. He's firing everybody associated with the bad guys. So they are going through top to bottom within the State Department and culling the whole thing. And you're going to see these leaks stop almost instantaneously, because the good guys know who the bad guys are. They know who the operatives are. They are going door to door through the State Department saying, you're fired. And if you don't leave quietly, we're gonna prosecute you for treason. What is the maximum penalty for treason? It's death. So if we believe that these bad guys are leaking these secrets illegally, and they're doing it for a reason, to get us to go into war against Russia, potentially risking the lives of every single human on the face of the earth, you better bet we're going to go for the maximum penalty of death for treason. So it'll be names that you know, and Obama is in there, and Clinton, and will they be tried for treason? If they don't take the sweetheart package of getting fired and never getting involved again, then yeah, I say prosecute them. If they don't, well, some of them need to be prosecuted anyway for the crimes against humanity that they have pulled off. But we'll see. But right now, it's culling the embedded people within our government. These are embedded lifers. It doesn't matter who is the president or what administration has power, what party has power. These people are there and have been running this corrupt enterprise for decades. And that's who the Trump people are going through. And remember, it's not even a month since he's been in office, but they're going through door to door and taking these people out. And there'll be more and more of that happening the farther we get down the line, because even if you look at the information I've analyzed on the cover of The Economist magazine, that's the beginning part. The beginning part of that World in 2017 magazine was all about the crashing tower, taking it all down, the destruction of the old and the bringing in of something new. And then Trump is the second card, which is the judgment card. And that judgment card is all about using your judgment to take the crashing old system, the bankruptcy of the past, reconstructing it to something good for the future. That's what Trump is excellent at. He's been through so many bankruptcies. He's good at putting the pieces back together. So that's what we're going to be relying on him for. But it's not all about Trump. It's about the people behind Trump in the deep state, the good side of the deep state. These are the good spies within the United States that are taking these bad guys and bad spies out. So you're going to hear a lot more about this in the news in the coming weeks, days, months, years, and hopefully it will all come out in the open so that we actually do have a government that is open and honest. Because unless we get there, very soon we're going to see everything get destroyed. And I do think we can. It's going to be a lot of work. There's a lot of work going on behind the scenes right now. I'm happy that it's becoming more visible and that they're talking about it in the mainstream, which is very, very important to understand that this is going on and not just Bix Weir saying there's some fanciful good guys in the background taking out the bad guys. It is actually happening. We are seeing proof of it today, and bless their souls for risking their lives to do this. And we need to support them all we can by spreading this message, spreading this word that there is something else going on, and it's a good thing, and we'll get there. It's just going to be very chaotic between now and the time we arrive at something better. My name is Bix Weir. I run the website roadtoruta.com. Make sure you subscribe to the videos, join up with the email on my website, free emails every day just about these days, and we will keep on top of this. I'll talk to you later.